the stuff that goes on in Dalton, Illinois, man, it just ceased to amaze me. When you do your digging, you're finding out that Dalton, Illinois is like top 2 in the state of Illinois in police chases and car accidents involving police. Well, we know that last year they was forced to pay a $33 million settlement when they got into a high-speed chase in excess over 80 miles per hour where the car crashed and one guy died and one guy had extensive brain injuries. And the city of Dalton was held liable for it on a hook of $33 million. $23 million of that went to the brother that suffered significant brain damage. $10 million of that went to the deceased. And like I said, it's bad, with all these high-speed chases. I was wondering, like, if the city is broke, how they going to get paid? It's going to get paid through insurance policies. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that's going on in this town, time after time after time, and just so much corruption. And this happened in 2016 before Tiffany Henyard became the mayor. So we already know that we had for that to be a small town like that and actually be number 2 in the state, and police chases and car accidents, something ain't right going on over there, man. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. But check this out.
Good evening. I'm Joe Donlin.
And I'm Erica Sargent. A large verdict tonight against the village of Dalton. $33.5 million will be paid out to the family of a man killed during an attempted police stop in Dalton and another man who was severely injured in that case. CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey joins us live with the details on this chase. And Megan, the families tell you that justice has been almost 6 years in the making.
Right, Joe and Erica, this incident happened back in October of 2016. A jury here at the Daly Center awarded the family of the man that died $10 million and the man who suffered a traumatic brain injury $23 million.
Blasting through stop sign after stop sign after stop sign, chasing a driver who is showing no sign of stopping. Police are supposed to ask themselves, is it worth it if somebody innocent is going to get hurt?
John Christopher Kyles pictured here is the man who lost his life. The second photo is Dwayne Dunlap, the man who was severely injured. Both were passengers in a car driven by a man named Demetrius Sorrells. According to the lawsuit, Sorrells skidded through a stop sign near Greenwood Road and Sibley Boulevard in Dalton. That's when the lawsuit says Dalton police executed a high-speed chase exceeding 80 miles per hour and passing through multiple stop signs. A lawyer for one of the officers argues with the fact that it was a pursuit, saying that the officers were, quote, attempting to make a traffic stop. The chase lasted about a mile until the car crashed behind the New Zion Covenant Church. Kyles was killed, and attorneys say Dwayne Dunlap suffered severe permanent injuries. The driver, Demetrius Sorrells, was charged with reckless homicide and named alongside the village of Dalton in the lawsuit. Court filings also stated that Dalton has one of the highest, if not the highest, rates of police chases in Illinois. In the 5 years prior to the chase, Dalton had been involved in approximately 50 police chases. About half resulted in crashes involving personal injury or death or property damage. Dwayne Dunlap's mother told us the settlement doesn't make them whole, but it does help them cover his vast medical expenses.
It's not going to make them well, but it'll make us have a comfortable life.
This is about your responsibility. And what happened yesterday is that a jury of Cook County citizens didn't bring back John Kyles, didn't make Dwayne Dunlap whole again, but signaled loud and clear with the magnitude of this verdict that what happened was wrong.
Now, a spokesperson for the village of Dalton tells us this incident was unfortunate and happened under a previous administration. They are considering the potential of a follow-up appeal. Now, a lawyer for one of those officers did tell us that the verdict rendered by the jury had nothing to do with the actions of Dalton police officers, in her words. In the loop, Megan Hickey, CBS 2 investigators. Joe and Erica.
Megan, thank you.
So as you can see, you had corruption with Mayor Riley Rogers. A lot of the Dalton residents didn't like him. You see that I've uncovered, the arguments that they were having back and forth and a whole bunch of things that was going on with the trustees. Some of the trustees and Riley Rogers when he was in office. When Tiffany Henyard came into office, she alluded to the corruption that was going on in Dalton. She also called out Mr. Zuccarelli, who was running Thornton Township. And she was alluding to things that she had to clean up. I guess she was forwarding the blame to those people. I'm not taking up for her. I'm just saying she was putting the blame on them. But we see so much stuff come out. But then we get to the point where now they're being sued again for another $400,000 for unpaid debts. You know, and people are coming for their money. Like this town is in debt, like a big time debt. And I don't know how they're going to get out of it. Every other day on the news, they're being called out for some type of money that's owed for service that was rendered. Check this out.
Growing financial troubles in South suburban Dalton. Failure to pay a debt has led to legal action on one of the village's bank accounts.
As NBC5's Regina Waldrop reports, this is just the latest problem for the community, as the mayor is the focus of a wide-ranging corruption investigation.
Allegations of misspending, bills not being paid. In the small south suburb of Dalton, residents and governmental leaders have been speaking out about these issues for months.
It's some trying times in the village right now.
Now, more financial troubles. Last week, legal action taken on one of the village's bank accounts, leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars off limits.
We served a document on the village's bank that requires the document to freeze twice the amount of the judgment. So in this case, the bank has frozen $440,000.
David Graham is a former Dalton detective.
I was there for 17
years. In 2019, he won a whistleblower lawsuit against the village. After several failed appeals, the village settled and agreed to pay around $220,000 in attorney fees and costs. Attorney Patrick Walsh says the action on the village's bank account taken because it has yet to pay, even after the village board approved payment.
The village agreed in a settlement agreement to pay these fees. The court awarded these fees, and now they're just not paying it.
A typical Dalton reaction for whistleblowers. They go against you, they retaliate against you, they're still retaliating today.
Tammy Brown is a Dalton trustee. She says it's unclear why the judgment has not been paid.
It says $809,000 in the account and $440,000 was frozen. That check was cut months ago, and why wasn't it given to that vendor? I don't know.
I hope that the courts will see that everything that's been going through and they award us that check so we can finally put this behind us.
We reached out to Mayor Tiffany Henyard's administration, but there was no response to our repeated requests for a comment. This matter heads back to court on July 23rd. Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
So they were supposed to pay $200 and something thousand, and the trustees okayed for them to pay it, but her administration never paid it. So now it's ballooned up to $400 and something thousand. But at the same time, she spent X amount of dollars to build an ice skating rink. I'm really starting to think that the feds want to wait for her to come out of office before they really come in, move in and get her. I'm hearing, allegedly, I can't prove it yet, but I'm hearing that Keith Freeman was fired. That's what I'm hearing. I'm looking into it. I haven't seen everything yet, but once I see it, that video is definitely coming up. But if Keith Freeman is fired and we know that he's indicted, man, this whole ship is leaking oil. It's leaking oil. And people are going to really start talking. And like I said, you know, you had so many of those business owners who couldn't get their license to keep their businesses going. We seen a brother that was doing a car show, and he's alleging that the mayor basically told him that he has to play ball and do his car show on the side of town where she was doing her event. She has to do it over there, or she's not going to be able to do it. And we showed it where they barricaded the actual place where he was having the event. We saw that. We saw that. We saw them give a $2,000 citation to the Parks and Recs guy, right? That I think his department had nothing to do with the mayor. We saw all of this. We see the billboards all over the city with her name in it, with her face on it, but they're not paying their bills. But where is this money come? Where's she getting this money from to get this stuff done? So again, the feds see all this. Lori Lightfoot and her investigation, they see all this. But I'm really starting to believe that they're not going to come in and make an arrest or do anything until she gets out of office. That's why I'm looking at it like it's not going to be a rush. A lot of times when the feds came in, people thought they was going to come right in and just swoop up. No, they're going to take their time. But if you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think. All right? Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.